Hey everybody, thanks for joining, and in this video we're going to take a look at the 2011 G.I. Joe Man of the Sea action figure from the G.I. Joe Collectors Club. So strap in and let's take a look. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So you may be wondering what G.I. Joe has to do with a channel that sort of focuses on Star Wars and Indiana Jones, mostly, I think, pretty much almost entirely action figures. And I have the answer for you. So G.I. Joe was the very first action figure. I think Hasbro coined that phrase for this toy line, and I was probably a bit late, birth-wise, to fully like sort of enjoy the military line. Kind of when I became like a GI Joe, uh, you know, kid, I guess when I was like 6 or 7, the adventure team was the kind of where the line was at the time, and I was able to pick up a just recently in a local vintage toy store near me, these two figures, and these are sort of my two favorite adventure team members. On the left is the Sea Adventurer, and on the right is the Man of Action. And I wish I had a good reason for why they were my favorites. I'm guessing the Sea Adventurer because I like the blue clothes. And then on the Man of Action, he was the only member of the team who didn't have a beard. With these two, so the one on the left comes from the G.I. Joe Collectors Club from, I think, 2003. And that is basically the original or sort of traditional G.I. Joe body with the kind of fixed hands with the kind of extended thumb and index fingers on the two of them, which make for kind of clumsy gun holding. And then on the right is the Kung Fu Grip member of the team, but still with the original kind of hard body and not the physique figure. The kind of the cool thing about the adventure team and these two figures is they actually, I mean, Hasbro invented G.I. Joe in '64, I think it was, and a couple of years later, or a year or two later, Palitoy in the UK started making licensed the figures to make their own version of them. Action Man was the name of the line. And two of the features of this figure, which are kind of, iconic from my childhood, especially the Kung Fu Grip hands, you'll see, references to that in various, movies and TV shows. And, basically the flocked hair and the Kung Fu Grip hands basically originated from the Action Man line in the UK, and then Hasbro borrowed those two ideas to basically roll out with the adventure team. So let me go ahead and pull out the new member of the team. Okay, so kind of the cool thing about the GI Joe Man of the Sea is he's kind of it's kind of like a combination of my two favorite figures, which is why I recently picked him up on eBay. So he's basically the Man of Action with red hair. So he's kind of a combination of the two. And then he's wearing basically the Rain Spotter outfit. And I'll, hopefully flash a picture of that on the screen. And so he originated as a G.I. Joe Collectors Club in 2011. If you were a 12-inch fan, and you would have gotten this figure basically in a t-shirt and shorts, and you had and that came with the membership fee. And if you wanted the outfit for him, you would pay a certain amount, maybe like 20 or 30 bucks. I forget what it was. But first of all, I bought this used on eBay, obviously, as I've mentioned. And I believe the box is custom. I don't think the G.I. Joe Collectors Club actually had that box, but it's very nice box, very well done. And one way you can tell that is with G.I. Joe Collectors Club figures, they basically, on the side of the boxes, they basically feature the figures from their store, basically. Whereas on these Kung Fu Grip ones, which were a Walmart exclusive, they basically have artwork from various accessory sets. And same thing on this. It's basically, if this came from the club, it would have club products on the side there. Here are the shorts that would have come with him. He's actually wearing the t-shirt. It's kind of a light blue t-shirt. It's a t-shirt that kind of looks like that color. And I didn't want to take that off to remove the t-shirt so as not to put extra, stress and wear on the accessories. But, basically the figure, if you just got him without the accessory set, you would have gotten that. Adventure Team name tag, and then the figure would have come with this gun, which is standard issue for all of the Adventure Team members. And he basically has all the articulation of a classic G.I. Joe figure, and then he obviously has his binoculars there. And I don't know why, maybe again because it's the color blue, I wish I had a better answer, but one thing the Rain Spotter accessory set was kind of my favorite as a kid as well. So that's kind of why I bought this. I actually ran into the Sea Adventurer and the Man of Action in a local toy shop, and it's like, oh, cool, my two favorite figures, and then, I don't know, I fell down the rabbit hole a bit, and which brought me to the Man of the Sea there in the middle. I named the channel after Han Solo, being probably my favorite fictional character ever. But and just when I was a kid and Star Wars merchandise started coming out, Han Solo was sort of always the hardest one to get toys on. Because most merchandising was either geared around Vader, Luke, or the droids. I mean, that was just how it was in the slow starting early days of Star Wars fandom. But this I thought made a nice counterpoint just to show where kind of toy collecting can begin. I'm basically, so kind of in the background you can see sort of my Star Wars collection. So I'm basically going to get another case or two to put these in there. And I basically wanted to just capture, not a completist by any stretch of the imagination, but just wanted to capture a couple of sort of items representing some other interests when I was a kid. And I'll actually have a few more videos following this one that will kind of pick up on this theme, because right now it's February of 2024, and we're kind of in a lull for Star Wars products. And, thank God for that, because the second half of last year was like sort of a financial nightmare trying to keep up with stuff. So yeah, here these guys are, and yeah, not much else to say. Hopefully, if you have any questions or comments, just leave them below. I hope, and I'll get to them as soon as I can. And also, thanks to everybody who checked out the G.I. Joe documentary that I posted on my account a few weeks ago. It's gotten quite a bit of views on it, but kind of the cool thing is it's also, of my videos, it's the one that sort of seems to have solicited the most number of comments on it. So, I definitely appreciate all those. And, I have no ownership of that documentary. And if the owner, wants me to take it down, just ping me and I'll be happy to take it down. But came out, over 20 years ago, and, thought it was really good, and kind of a shame that it wasn't out there, because I think there's, a definite appetite out there for that kind of reference material. So there you go. That's basically all I have on that. And again, thank you for watching, and hopefully catch you on the next video. Thanks so much.